Hey everyone, it's Karen, and on this episode, I'm going to be talking about history of how music was printed on cassettes, records, CDs, and more in the world. Music printing evolved from handwritten manuscripts and earlier 15th century woodcuts to the mass product of vinyl records of the 19th century, which etched sound waves into grooves. Later, magnet tapes and cassettes and reel-to-reels became popular for portable and home recording, while digital compact disc CDs revolutionized music storage in 1982 with higher storage capacity, eventually replacing vinyl and cassettes, and popular by the 1990s. Yeah. So, fun fact. I still had cassettes in the early 2000s. I didn't get CDs until I was in, I don't know, probably high school. We couldn't afford CDs. They were too expensive. So we just stuck with cassettes. Plus, all you gotta do is just take a pencil and rewind it. Yeah. If you know, you know. If you don't, sucks for you. We lived a good life. We broke our bodies. Our little hands twisting back and forth. So, but the pre-recording, a little background on that, was the handwritten manuscripts before the 15th century. Music was handwritten, a labor-intensive process and practical for mass production. Woodcutting printing. The first mass product sheet music appeared in the mid-15th century using woodcut printing, a technique that involved cutting images from wood blocks. All I know is I never had to deal with that. I'm so glad, because I couldn't have done that. No offense, but it was bad enough dealing with cassettes. But the earlier recording formats were silent recording in the late 19th century. Thomas Edison invented a process to cut sound waves into a rotating cylinder covered in tin foil, which was later improved by using wax. And then vinyl records. So I never listened to them growing up. I actually got my first vinyl I don't know. I really don't know how long ago. Maybe 6 years ago? 5 years ago? But I like it. It's annoying because it's just like a CD. It skips. If you bump it then you scrape. I really honestly don't like vinyl only because of the scratching part, because I'm a rough child. I grew up in the country. I'm hard on things. I don't know what to tell you. But sound-wise, I do like vinyl, so don't diss me too bad. But vinyl record became the first widely adopted method for recording and replaying music in the late 19th century, as stylists carved the waveform into the grooves of a large disc. The rise of tapes, cassette tapes, mind you. First the magnet tape, then the cassette tape. The magnet tape was developed of magnet tape technology in the mid-20th century, led to the creation of both reel-to-reel and cassette tapes. Cassette tapes. Philips introduced the compact cassette in 1962, and its portability and ability to be easily rewound made it immensely popular for personal listening by the 1980s. It also allowed for home recording, leading to the creation of mixtapes. I never got to do mixtapes. It'd be nice, but I never got to. And then after that was the digital revolution. Compact disc, the CDs. Philips began working on compact disc technology in 1974, and CDs were released in the public in 1982. This digitally format offered higher sound quality and durability than vinyl and cassettes, and quickly became the dominant medium, suppressing vinyl in 1982 and becoming the most popular format by 1992. And then you could put them on your side and have them still skip while you're walking to school. And then you had to hide them because then your school got mad that you had your cassette tape player and your earbuds, because we didn't have wireless stuff in school. We had to deal with wires, everything. So, it was kind of annoying. But I liked it. It was better. Like, you couldn't do, I don't know. I still liked it. Modern formats, MP3 and digital files. So I never had any MP3s. I went straight from a CD player to still having a CD player. Not the portable ones, but a radio with a CD player in it. And then, like, I just pop it up in my Xbox, PlayStation, whatever, throw it up on my TV. Or mainly I just listen to on my phone. So, but MP3 and digital files, the development of digital formats like the MP3 and online distribution platforms eventually led to the decline of physical media like CDs and cassettes. And lastly, streaming the modern era is now dominated by music streaming services, which offer on-demand access to vast music libraries without the need for physical media. So I use Spotify and YouTube Music for mine. I like Spotify because I can turn off my phone, and YouTube Music, I like that because it lets me pick whatever song and instantly play. Unlike Spotify, I have to click it and wait like a million songs later. Get it together, Spotify. Just saying. So, but that's just a little history on how production of being able to listen to your music started. Thank you all for joining me today. I'll see you on my next episode. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.